since I'm my own video person, I have to make sure that I have everything right. So, I have been kind of inspired to talk about, move, pup, geez, make sure everything is right, but it's funny. It's fine. We'll get this all figured out. I don't know. I'm just trying to get like the perfect lighting and the perfect everything. Okay, I'll just sit down. But I don't know. I've just been kind of outside, and I get mostly inspired when I'm doodling with my horses and everything like that. And you know, it's just in the middle of the summer here in Arizona, and you know, it's like downtime. It's like, I don't know, 107 degrees outside right now, and I'm just trying to like videotape and have like different things set up. I don't like how this is looking, so I'm just gonna like turn it around and like put it right here. So I don't know. I'm my own videographer and editor and all that fun stuff. So we're just gonna, thanks for like bearing with me. So, you know, and I just feel like a lot of people, these lines, okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. The lines are driving me insane on my face. Okay, this is better. So I just felt, like I just needed to share like what we do in our downtime, because it's just so hot outside to do anything. And when you're trying to rodeo in Arizona, you get to a point where you just can't, you know. And so you're just trying to figure out, I'm sorry, I'm itchy, it's like sticky today, it's humid. All right, I'm fine, it's good. And so like you're just trying to like figure out like what to do on your downtime. And so you just, you know, it's just really hard because you have no motivation to do anything. I'm out here, I just clean my fly sheets because I don't like nasty, like sticky feeling on me, and so I don't like it on my horses. I mean, they have fight for their lives every night in the heat and the bugs. And so I feel like we just lose motivation in this time, and like end of July, August, and then kind of like the beginning of September, we have like a month and a half of where we can't really do anything. So it's like, well, what can you do in this time frame to feel like you're staying motivated in doing rodeo? I see my dog back here, and I really hope she just doesn't take a crap. Sorry, like, so, and so like you just kind of like, well, what do you do to still feel that motivation? So when September comes back around and you're just like, so you just pick up and just keep going. Well, I feel like this time you can do like so many different things. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm making sure I'm getting financially stable. I'm getting prepared to buy myself a saddle, because I know January, February futurities are coming around and I need to get my horse fitted. And so most of the barrel racing saddles companies come to futurities in Buckeye. So I'm just trying to make sure I have money saved up for that, and maybe see about bringing my horse out to Buckeye to get her fit for a saddle and order a saddle so I can have a saddle. And so that's what I'm doing right now in my downtime, to make sure that I have everything that I need is paid and will allow me to do that. So everything in a hobby that's kind of expensive, you have to make sure that you have your finances in order to make sure that you have forward motion. And so I'm going to use this as an example. I've said it a couple times, like you guys know that my stuff got stolen and I have nothing anymore, none of my childhood stuff. I don't have anything of that, anything through when I was born, elementary school, middle school, high school, college rodeo, stuff that my parents have given me, my aunt's given me through NFR and my NFR bags, crystals and stuff that I've gotten from the NFR, like it's all gone. And so I have been kind of focusing on finding a way to replace that. And then obviously you guys know I'm a hardcore Christian. I don't Bible thump you or anything like that, but I really rely on God to give me direction and so I don't make dumb choices, because, you know, like, you get to a certain point in life to where you realize I can't be wasting time. Okay, like, I'm out of college, been out of college for, I don't know, almost 10 years now. And so, you know, you hit a point to where you got to realize what's going to keep moving you forward. And I have been praying a lot about where, like, is it really worth me spending my money on something like this? And then, you know, I just kind of think about it for a few days, and then, you know, I just kind of realized, like, I just find myself going backwards. And for what I'm wanting to do in rodeo and go kind of see if I can get my pro card or get in a fraternities or whatever in the next, like, 2 years, which is my kind of like my plan here, that's really going to put me backwards. And I feel like if I'm spending $100 or more on stuff, like, I have to think about, is this going to be financially good for me? How is this going to get me ahead? How is this going to advance me? Like, it was a little over $100 to get my horse worked on for chiropractic. Like, yeah, that was needed because I can't remember what they said for their job, but their SJ or JS or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But that was out, and her knee was out. So in order for her to perform to the best of her ability, that was a good investment, because like, how would you like to work in your, like, arm and shoulders, like, out of place, you know? So I just kind of, that's a good investment over replacing stuff that I had as a kid and trying to get as close as I possibly can. Like, I feel like that's just spending useless money, and it's going to bring me backwards, and I'm not going forward. So I had to find some peace in that, and realizing that, like, I'm not going to be going forward, it's going to be bringing backwards, and then there's a couple $100 that'll be going to nothing. All it's going to do is just go back in a box and sit. So had to readjust my finances. I do that all the time, and to make sure that it's going to fit with what I have going on right now and how it's going to advance me in the future. What else I do on my downtime is, you know, rodeo is such a mental game. It is so, you're mentally here for you and for your horse. And when your horse relies on you to do so much stuff, you have to make sure you are mentally in a good spot. So in this downtime, I really try to have a better mental mind frame of, okay, when I'm just going to start my horse back up, I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be doing good. I'm going to be positive. I have a can-do attitude. Like, I can't come in and be so negative, because I'm not going to advance. I mean, if you try to ride at this time of year, you're fighting for your life. Like, the bugs, the heat, your horses too, and you're not focusing, you're not advancing. It just turns into a war, and I don't like that, so I don't ride this time of year. But I feel like you have to get your mind right. So clean up any extra things that you've started, and extra projects that you started, and just close those and complete them. So when you get back into this, your mind and your focus is really on what you're trying to do for the fall, and you're advancing. And I write out lists, goals, what I want done at certain times of the year, what I want done in 2 weeks, what I want done today, and I just grow it, and I make sure I try to stay as close to that as possible. If it doesn't work out, I quickly rearrange everything, and I'm like, this is what I want done because it's a priority. This needs to get done. I can't get it done right now. And so I feel like in this downtime, you have so many things that you can do. It's a mental, you get your finances. I know everything is about finances, like I said before, but it really is. And if you're not putting your money to where it's actually going to advance you and get you somewhere, you're not going to really get anywhere. You're just going to be doing the stupid circle like I've been doing, and you're going to get pissed off, like how I get. And so you want to make sure that if those little things that you need done in your horse trailer, now's the time to do it, because you know, you have your focus on that. You don't want to be driving down the road and your tail light's all goofy. You know, I need to put duct tape on here. We'll put duct tape on it. You know, replace the light. Oil your tack. You can bring all that stuff inside, put it on a blanket, and take care of everything in the house or in the garage with the fan on. I usually oil my tack in the house in the air conditioning, and I watch TV and I get pizza or something, and that's how I do my tack. I let my horse rest. I also think having downtime for your horse is also important because they need mental, they get a mental regroup, restart, refresh. They need to relax and constantly be motivated and not be so jarred around so much to where they're not focusing, and they're going to have a loose screw, and that's going to be a permanent loose screw, and that's not what we're wanting, especially for a barrel horse. Definitely not. No. And so I just feel like downtime, and you're planning to have the downtime, that you know what you want to get done in the downtime. And the most important thing is to complete and accomplish those little downtime goals. New tires, get a whole new tire changing kit, order stuff off Amazon, restock your vet boxes, just get new bell boots, wash your bell boots, get everything cleaned up, get everything washed, patched if you need your fly sheets patched, if you need your blankets patched, or if you sell them, your rodeo shirts, get everything cleaned up, your hats, get ready for the fall, just all that kind of stuff around your house, your horses, you want to get their manes growing right. I mean, literally it could be anything. And so, your dogs, if your dogs need to be fixed like mine does, literally just small maintenance stuff that you need to do, your personal stuff, just get everything taken care of, written out. This is what I need to do. Make it to where you have it's doable in a short period of time, and you're not stressing yourself out to get things accomplished. And then what I do is, honestly, I just write things on pieces of paper. I have a notebook, and I have everything written down. And it's all grouped, categorized, everything. I have everything written down. And I just take a highlighter and I highlight everything. I don't throw it away or anything like that because I want to see what I've accomplished. I want to see how far I got. What all did I do this year? How far did I go? Well, I'm riding my horse a whole lot more than I ever have the entire time I've had her. We're in the end of July, and she's not so green broke anymore, but when I get a saddle, I am going to have to sack her out because she's just so unsure of the saddle. And so I want to make sure she's as desensitized as possible because it's ridiculous. And so, because I've been riding her bareback more than anything, so that's next year's thing. I also have next year for the first 3 months planned out because that's just how my mind is. I have to have goals and accomplish things. I also have next year planned out of what I literally want done, and there are 3 major things, and I don't have a set time for them because I don't know when it's going to happen. So when the opportunity is right, and that's why I'm getting myself taken care of and everything is getting done seriously this year for me to move forward, because this is the downtime, and you're going to be at war in your downtime of what all you can accomplish and what all you can get done. If you can't get it done in 3 months and you know that it's doable, I mean, you can multitask and do everything like that, but I just take advantage of the complete downtime that I have, and I don't ride my horse, and I just try to do other things. I'm at work 24/7 with what I want to get done on my downtime when I'm not riding, and I hate it. So get down. There's your problem. And so, it's just when you're doing it with somebody versus doing it by yourself, I feel like when you're by yourself, it's more personal because you're more focused. If you tell everybody your goals and your plans and what, 100%, I say some of the stuff that I want to get done, but I don't fully go into detail of what all I want done because people, always remember the first thing that's so important is when God spoke, life came. Words are so sensitive, okay? You have to be so careful when you have some serious goals. I'm gonna go to the extreme million, okay? That if that's your goal, because October, November, December, January is when they start to come back in Arizona. You don't really want to just broadcast this stuff, because then guess who can hear it? The enemy. Okay, I don't know if you're so like whatever, but you know, I'm just gonna say it exactly how it is, and that's just what it is. Okay, that's simple. So the enemy is gonna hear it, and there it goes. And then you're gonna wonder why you have so much hard time, why everything is falling apart. Is because now that you've said it out loud, look what all heard you. There's no one around me that you can see. You can't see them, but they're there. Okay. Moving right along. But I just keep most of the very important things that I want to myself. My mom doesn't know it. My sister doesn't know it. You know, and I don't want them to, because it's not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'll tell them when I'm literally doing it. Like, I'm literally driving to the trailer dealership wherever, either if I'm going to Texas or Wickenburg or whatever town, Prescott, wherever there's a trailer dealership, or maybe even going to Vegas. Like, I'm not saying it until like a day or two and it's set up, because I don't want anybody to get in the way of it. And, you know, it all goes back to your downtime. Take advantage. Take notes. Regroup. Document everything. Write everything down of what you want. Getting back into this sport, especially when you've been out and trying to get back into it, you think your mental game was worse when you ended. Now it's like so bad now. So you need to make sure that, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm literally putting it in run, bitch, run mode, because I don't want to be any more behind than I feel like I am. But, you know, I don't know, I could be right where I'm supposed to be, but I literally feel like I'm just so far behind and it's driving me insane. So I just want to make sure that if I'm paying off a small bill, I'm just going to use this as an example, that it's done, gone at the end, and I don't ever have to look at that again. Like, it's paid off, gone, off the table. I don't even have to worry about it, and I'm moving on to the next problem. Or I can take something off the shelf that I put on the back burner and bring it to the table, and now it has my attention, instead of just putting it off to the side and having it not have my attention. And so, I just felt kind of motivated and kind of needed to share this. I feel like a lot of people are having like issues when they're in their downtime, and then they just, you know, you're going, and then you're like, okay, now I lose momentum, because honestly I'm not even doing anything, and I'm sitting out here and I'm sweating, and I'm gonna have to go change my t-shirt when I go inside, because literally I'm just sweating under here. But like, you just have to find areas and other spots to where you're over here writing, and then you can't write anymore, and then you're like, okay, now I can do this. And you need to make sure everything, like if this comes up, this needs to come up, and you have to put everything on a matching level. And then when everything is on the same level, even if you can, oh gosh, my voice, if you can bring it up at the same time, it's stressful, but it can be done. But sometimes you have to bring one side up and then bring the other side up, and then come back over here and come back over here. And that part is so stressful, because you're just like, I feel like I'm in a rat race. It's easier if I bring it up at the same time, but sometimes you're going to have to put one side up first, and then you're going to have to bring the other side up, and until you're able to put it all on the same table and bring it up at the same time, that's when, you know, it's just like a juggling game. And once you master it, it gets harder. Like, that's just how it is. Everything, you just go up, and then it just gets harder, and then you feel like you're going back down. But you just have to make sure, like, even though when you feel like you come back down, which you will, okay? Like, I do it all the time. It's great. I hate it. But when you go back up, you don't go, like, we'll say you start here, and this is where you were, and then you get everything up here, and then you kind of come back down. The plan is to not come back up here. The plan is, since you fell down some, like, we're gonna just full send and, like, slingshot and go way the heck up here, Like, we're not gonna be down here. We're gonna like come up here. And I hyperfixate on a lot of things. And so when I super focus on something, I will full send it and I will be way the heck over there, and then everything else will still be down here. And then I'll be like literally down here, and then the other one is like up here, and so I'm off balance, and I hate that too. So, but I feel like if you find a balance, you work and you pick up what you left behind on your downtime, you'll get more and then like when the weather gets nicer to where you can hopefully hyperfixate and bring that side up, you know, like it's a juggling game. It's a very stressful game. It is not easy at all. This thing, it just sucks. It's hard. You want to cry and throw everything, and I've done that. Downtime sucks. I don't like the downtime because I feel like I have a system, and then when the system falls apart, I gotta figure out something else to keep the system going. So like it just goes back to that stupid teeter-totter thing, and it's just a lot. So don't get discouraged, and just really make sure you have things planned out. If you live in a state where you don't have downtime and it's not 900 million degrees outside and you can actually do something year round, you know, make sure you find a balance to keep everything like juggling, and you can like have 2 days and just hyperfixate, and you can get everything done like on a Saturday, Sunday, fix your trailer, do the cleaning, the laundry, the sewing, the fixing, the restocking, and everything like that. I have a lot of that stuff to do, but I gotta go buy it first. So, you know, that's gonna be the next little blob thing that I do, but I'll just wrap this up. So that's all I have for that right there. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Keep your forward momentum. Find other things that you can do in the meantime that you weren't able to do here. Now is your time to shine and get that done. I do post stuff on my Facebook and Instagram. They're just like super short clips of what I do. Like getting my horse's teeth done, pictures and stuff like that. I'll try to, if I go out shopping for something and it's like I'm doing a vet box haul and stocking, I'm gonna videotape that and put it on my Facebook. And shopping for bell boots, splint boots, getting my horse's saddle, like anything like that that has to deal with rodeo, and to show like what I have in my horse trailers. Definitely when I start going horse trailer shopping, that's going to be documented. I have heard a lot of horse trailers, but there's so much I feel like could be talked about for hours and hours and hours about this industry. It's insane. Like you can literally just break it all apart and have so much to talk about. But right now is the downtime chat that I had, and I just, if you made it this far, seriously, thank you. I really do appreciate you listening. This is just my experience on what I think I do on a downtime. You know, sometimes you don't realize it, but before you know it, you're just going to be in the arena so fast. So I feel like downtime is important, because you just want to be prepared and ready to go at any given moment. I mean, I could win the lottery tomorrow, and then all of a sudden I don't want to shop around for everything, or somebody could offer me their barrel horse and let me run them, and I'll be in the arena like tomorrow. You know, you just never know what could come up. So I feel like getting prepared and getting mentally prepared is super important, so that way you want to make sure all your everything is just in order and ready to go and isn't going to fall apart. It's back to the pyramid, building the foundation and everything like that. So thank you. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Branded and Bougie, and we will see and talk to you guys next time. I really do appreciate you listening.